This is getting out of hand. There is a serious situation regarding the Knicks that many fans have taken a notice to, and now Tom Thibodeau is being called to make a change to the New York Knicks for their best interest in order to make the team as good as possible. And this change would be wild to see happen, but just might need to in order for the Knicks to hit their stride. And we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as always. And guys, if you're part of that 68% that's not subscribed, this is the place to be for all Knicks content. You guys do not want to miss out. We have a bunch of fun videos coming at you every single day, usually multiple uploads every day, so get used to seeing this face. But let's jump into it because we do have a lot to discuss. The New York Knicks, they have just been put in an interesting situation, and Tom Thibodeau is now being called to make a change to this team, specifically in regards to one of the true leaders of this team, one of the best players in Josh Hart. Now, Josh Hart has been phenomenal this year. There's no way around it. We're not going to act like he hasn't been great. Josh Hart's been awesome. Everybody loves him. Everybody should love Josh Hart because he is a winning player who's impacted the Knicks so positively over these last 2 years. And what we're seeing with Hart now is still the same great player, but there is one thing, one issue that's causing a lot of problems with the New York Knicks, and that is the way that he is shooting the ball. I mean, you look at Josh Hart, and Twitter has started to pick up on it. Knicks fans are noticing it. They're giving Josh Hart the Ben Simmons treatment. Their Josh Hart is at the top of the key, wide open, and nobody is passing Josh Hart the ball. He's not getting a look. The Lakers did not care at all with Josh Hart being wide open from three, and that's not the only time. We also saw it against the Golden State Warriors, who just left Josh Hart in the corner and basically were like, if Josh Hart's going to beat us on threes, then that's how we're prepared to lose. Teams are literally betting against Josh Hart being able to hit open threes on them or even being willing to shoot open threes, and it has certainly become a problem. I mean, Josh Hart, again, a phenomenal player and all that, but clearly there is an issue at hand where he's looking very, very hesitant to shoot an open three, which is a problem. He's a good enough shooter where he should be shooting these open shots, but he's not. He's holding off. He's not doing what the New York Knicks need, which is to have a five-out offense. That's the way this team's designed, and as of right now, they don't have one, and it is because Josh Hart is dealing with this issue from behind the arc. And clearly now, Knicks fans are reeling in. They're calling this out. And Tom Thibodeau now is being pressured to make a change to the starting lineup. But real quick, guys, I'm super excited to announce that we are kicking off a March Madness bracket for the channel. We've partnered with the Hot Takes app and other digest channels for this event. It's completely free to sign up. Just download the Hot Takes app, click the March Madness banner at the top, and then under groups, select the Digest Media Pool. This is really exciting as there's over $25,000 in prizes to be won. And since there's a much smaller pool of people participating, there's a real chance in winning big compared to other bracket challenges out there. Check out the link down below or scan the QR code to download the app, and make sure to use the promo code DIGEST in all caps to get exclusive perks when signing in. Again, it's completely free to sign up, and if you have any trouble, feel free to email us at the email down below, and we look forward to seeing you in the March Madness pool. If Tom Thibodeau does make a change to the New York Knicks lineup, we are likely going to see one man, one face come in and be the starter instead of Josh Hart, and that's Deuce McBride. McBride's been an awesome player for the Knicks, and the Knicks have proven stats that Jalen Brunson is better when he's on the floor with Deuce McBride. Now, obviously, Deuce is starting right now anyway because Brunson's out for a bit of time with an ankle injury, and it's definitely causing some fear, and it's unclear when Brunson will be back on the court. But as of right now, what we're seeing is Josh Hart kind of killing this five-out offense. The Knicks are not able to play five-out without Josh Hart being willing to shoot the ball. And it's weird that he's not. I mean, Josh has looked confident all season. You look at Josh's numbers, the man's putting up 14.5 points per game, 10 rebounds, 5.5 assists, shooting 54% from the field and 33.7% from three, which is the crazy part of it. It's not like he's shooting, or it's not like he can't shoot threes. Yeah, 34-ish% is not great, but if he's your worst shooter, you still are going to take those open looks if he's wide open for three. He's not a non-shooter. Yeah, his corner three percentage has been bad this season at 29%, but still, you look at Josh Hart, you look at how talented he is, he should just be shooting the ball more. He shouldn't be afraid of shooting. And Deuce McBride, who's also having a good season, is objectively the better shooter, and it could lead to him getting these starting lineup nods over Josh Hart at points. I mean, especially if you're going to start Mitchell Robinson, your spacing's really going to be in some trouble, and starting Deuce over Josh Hart does help that a lot. Deuce is putting up 9 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per game with 1 steal, shooting 41% from the field and 37% from three, shooting 38% on corner threes as well. So a lot to like like about Deuce, a man who shoots 58% of his shots from behind the arc as well, which is important in regards to trying to have this 5-out offense. So this would be a nice move by Tom Thibodeau if Tibbs decides to make a change to the New York Knicks starting lineup. Now, it's hard to imagine Tibbs taking Josh Hart, one of his favorite guys on the team, out of the lineup. But it's also not impossible. There is a world where the Knicks decide to do that just to test things out. It might come with Mitchell Robinson starting, and again, that's not going to be a 5-out because you have Mitchell Robinson there. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe the Knicks just decide to move Josh Hart to the bench. Maybe it's a playoff thing depending on matchups. There's a bunch of different things that we could see happen. It's a matter of finding out what we will see happen. And Tom Thibodeau clearly not a guy who makes changes very often, but he does do them. We can't act like Tibbs never changes things up. I mean, we saw him start Quentin Grimes over Dante DiVincenzo, and then start Dante DiVincenzo over Quentin Grimes, and then the Knicks ended up trading Grimes because he lost his confidence in New York. Side note, I'm really happy that it's working out well for Grimes. He seems like a good dude. But on top of that, you look at the Knicks, Tibbs has not been totally against change with these starting lineups throughout his tenure with the Knicks. He's moved things around multiple times, and frankly, it's worked more times than it hasn't. Usually his adjustments are good adjustments, and this is one the Knicks should experiment with. There's no reason not to. See what works. And again, this all hinges on Jalen Brunson being healthy, which he's not right now. So this is kind of on the back burner to a degree. But Josh Hart still, there has to be more sense of urgency to shoot. Now, you look at all the New York Knicks who have played and who are on the team this year and have shot a 3. Now, obviously, we can kind of look past Marjon Beauchamp and DeLon Wright because they've barely been on the Knicks at all. But you look at them, the Knicks are a good shooting team. You have Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, Deuce McBride, Cameron Payne all shooting well. Tyler Kolek, who's not getting a ton of minutes, but he shoots well. OG's been all right. Landry Shamet's been up and down. And Josh Hart has the worst three-point percentage of anyone outside of Precious Achiuwa. So yeah, he's not the best shooter on the New York Knicks, not by a long shot, but he's still good enough to where he should be getting the chances to shoot the ball more. He just absolutely should be taking more shots than he is. It's very weird that he's afraid of shooting right now. Now, given he has been struggling, there's no way around it. The man, since the new year, has been shooting 26.9% from 3. Now, he's still averaging 14.5 points for the season. He's putting up 11 rebounds. He's getting 5.7 assists. He's getting 1.4 steals. He's shooting 50% from the field. So there is a lot to like about Josh Hart's game. It's just the three-point percentage is giving him trouble right now. And he has been an up-and-down shooter throughout his career. We've seen this before with Josh Hart. This is not necessarily the newest thing in the world to see Josh Hart struggling from behind the arc. He was saying last season before the playoffs on the Roommates podcast with Jalen Brunson, he was saying, yeah, I got to fix my jump shot. It's broken right now. So Josh Hart even admitted to it, and he said that he just had to get back in the gym. And Josh Hart has worked with his shooting coach multiple different times. He calls him his shooting coach, flies him out to wherever he's at, and then they get to work. You know that Josh Hart's going to do that again with how well he shot in the playoffs. The man was a 40% three-point shooter from the playoffs, genuinely played like an all-star. It makes all the sense in the world that Josh Hart's going to do that again and follow that mold and get that shot back down. It is curious that the man's kind of an inconsistent shooter, and you start to wonder why it takes a dip. But as long as he's performing by the playoffs, that's what really matters. So the Knicks can have a 5-out team. But I really do hope Josh Hart can get it down, because if he can hit those threes consistently, I mean, that man truly does it all then. But guys, let me know what you think. Should the Knicks experiment with starting Deuce over Josh Hart once Jalen Brunson comes back? Let me know in the comments down below. It would also make the bench stronger, which is important to note. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Knicks.